about how to get paid while building your social media audience, okay? Because that's what we want to do. We want to start getting paid like right away, right? Most of us are looking for a proven social media strategy that attracts an audience, that builds trust, and that passively generates more leads and sales. When I launched my brand, I was someone who was almost never on social media. I had no audience and no influence. And now I'm sharing the social media strategy that I use to get paid while building my audience without launching, without cold messaging, without inviting to Zooms, and without filling my calendar with sales calls. But if you're new here, I just want to reintroduce myself. I'm Katie Fairhurst, and I'm the admin of Successful Women Building Generational Wealth. And I want to welcome you here to Lunch Break Live. If this is your first time hanging out with us today, and if you're new here on YouTube, welcome. You may want to hit like and subscribe because we do free trainings here every single week, and I don't want you to miss it. And if you're interested in being on Lunch Break Live and having all of this exposure to your brand, please reach out to me and we can discuss, because honestly, for next week, I had a cancellation and now I'm scrambling to find someone for next week. So if you're available next Wednesday, let me know, okay? Now, if you're like most people, you probably spend a lot of time searching on Google and scrolling through social media looking for strategies to grow your business. That's exactly what I did when I first got started, right? And honestly, I still do a lot of research to find the most efficient ways of getting things done. And back then, I had all of these big ideas, right? I had knowledge and I was excited to share this knowledge with the world, right? And I had a vision for the type of community that I wanted to really create, right? But I had no idea how to attract an audience on social media or how to make my efforts profitable, even if I did. The first thing I noticed was like the sheer volume of information out there. Am I right? It seems like everyone has the best ways to grow a profitable online business, but none of them were like giving you all the pieces to that, right? And you may be noticing this too. So I invested like a lot of hours and a lot of money into different programs. There were mini courses, there were Facebook ad funnels, there were authentic reach out PDFs, another micro offer, so-called mini course, plus a full branding course that was a disappointment to say the least. And at the end, I was left with a bunch of random strategies that didn't work together, right? And sometimes they worked against each other. Even though I had made these investments, I had not even made a single sale at that point, and I was pretty much at the end of my rope, and I knew it was time to either do something that's gonna start making money or just quit, right? Because I didn't have a business. What I had was an expensive, time-sucking hobby that was using up all of my energy, right? And I was left with a really bad taste in my mouth from these other investments. But something inside me told me there had to be a way that actually worked, right? When I found coaches who were totally down to earth and were practical and laid out this whole plan before I even gave them a dollar, I knew this was it. And I basically threw my money at them, right? They took all of these random strategies that I had been learning and brought it down to the specific income producing activities that would make my business profitable, right? And since then, I've learned how to actually pick out a coach because now I know what a good one looks like. I've now worked with two more coaches since then, and I've put together some pretty fantastic strategies that can work for just about any business, even though you guys know that my heart lies with network marketers. But once I got my simple steps locked in, it was like magic. And within days, I went from no sales to literally making sales in my sleep with a small but growing audience in a business that I run from my laptop and my phone in just a few hours a week. So you're probably asking, what are the steps that made such a drastic difference? Well, number one, the first step to building a profitable social media presence is to attract the right people. You can have the best products, services, and business on the planet, but if nobody sees you, right, you're not going to make any money. But it's not enough to just attract random audiences, right? You need to attract the right audience, your ideal clients and customers. And some of the questions to ask yourself here are, Who is your ideal client, right? What problems can you help them solve? And who do you help and how do you help them? And that's what we talked about in detail last week. Once you know that, it comes down to consistently posting content on social media that calls out that person and shows them that you are the resource to help them solve their problem, while also having a balance of posts that turn cold leads into warm prospects and then later into like a hot customer. Okay. This requires having a really balanced posting plan. And the plan will vary slightly from platform to platform, but the one thing that's going to remain the same is that you need to have a balanced strategy of posts that attract, posts that nurture, and then posts that convert, okay? The second step is to capture them. People see your content online and they go about their day, they're going to forget that you even exist, okay? And that's not going to make you money. You must capture their contact info and bring them deeper into your world. This this is like you know, you're not just capturing a casual viewer's attention, right? But you want to include I'm sorry, I'm saying this backwards. Sorry about that. This includes capturing a casual viewer's attention, right? So that they become a follower, but it also includes capturing views and followers and then converting them into leads, just like Wendy was talking about. But you cannot do this in rented property. All right. And let me explain this to you. As wonderful as Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Pinterest and TikTok are, as wonderful as they are, you don't own them. They could go away or they could change or block you or whatever at any moment. And as an entrepreneur, it is essential that you start building an email list that you actually own. 90% of my monthly revenue comes from my email list. And the easiest way to capture emails or leads online is to create a free PDF download. Your future subscribers and future customers, they will willingly give their name and email in exchange for like a cheat sheet or a guide or a quick video or anything that falls within your niche that helps them solve a problem that they are dying to resolve once and for all. If you want to see some pretty great ideas for freebies, check out my link tree in the video description. Most of the stuff in my link tree is completely free, so go ahead and check that out. The third step in your social media strategy is to nurture. Write that down. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. By nurturing your audience and creating that level of know, like, and trust, you're not going to be building just an audience, but you're going to be building an audience of raving fans who will love to buy anything that you got. Okay. There are so many ways that you can nurture your audience. Okay. So many ways. One of my favorite ways is through email. And if you're on my email list, then you know this. Another is in a private Facebook group, just like we're in here now. And I also use something that I was taught called hero content strategy, like this that you're watching right now. But the best part is by simply showing up consistently for your audience, you will put yourself light years ahead of your competition in terms of building trust with them. Okay. And the fourth step is to convert. And that's what we're here for today. And I'm going to be real honest. I don't pay much attention, and I was taught not to pay much attention to vanity metrics. And what vanity metrics are like the likes, the comments, the followers, or even how many email subscribers you have, right? It's called a vanity metric because it may make you feel good, right? But if you're not consistently converting them into sales for your business, you won't be in business for very long. And honestly, most of the people who buy from me never like or comment on anything. They're too busy, right? And they're too obsessed with making their businesses work that they either reach out to me directly in the DMs or they just purchase directly because they got all the information that they need from my freebie and they're just ready to get to work. So, one of the questions I get a lot is how long before I can start making money, right? That's what this training is all about. We want to start making money right away. Okay. So, my answer is you could start making money right away. I started making money the very same week that I committed to growing my email list. Like I told you, 90% of my sales come from my email list. Okay. I have the right systems and the right steps in place to convert my new subscribers into sales, okay? It is essential that you have the steps in place to funnel your audience into your offers and your services, always reminding them of the next step they can take to learn more from you. The easiest way to do this when you're first starting out is to create a freebie offer that leads to a micro offer. And a micro offer is a low price digital product that gives your subscribers like a little taste, a little piece of what it's like to work with you on a higher level. Okay. It's a small commitment for them. Micro offers might be like $7 or $17 or $27, just as an example. They might be maybe a more detailed PDF or a workbook, or it could even be a short video training. Okay. For this to work, it is important that your micro offer be very consistent with your freebie that you offered in the capture step. When you have this built correctly, about 8 to 12%, so say 10%, but the statistics are 8 to 12% of your freebie grabbers will also purchase your micro offer right then and there. Many of the ones who don't grab it will be enticed by something you offer in your email communications as well, okay? This is how you get paid almost on autopilot while building your audience. And you can see how this can work if your audience is very, very small right now. If you want to see in more detail exactly how this works, along with some free tips from me that you can start using in your business today, then I'll point you in the direction of my passive income class that I have in the video description. Make sure that you have something to take notes with because you will need it. There's a lot of information in there, okay? And a true fan is not somebody who's like a casual follower or an email subscriber. They're what I call a raving fan who are eager to buy anything and everything that you got to promote, okay? You don't build an audience of, say, 1,000 true fans without becoming a person of true value. We all have those negative buying experiences, like I talked about in the beginning, right? And saying you're never going to buy from that company again. It happens, okay? But by creating a true fan culture within your business, you can turn first-time buyers into lifetime customers. And so many people get stuck here because they don't understand how to connect the dots between growing an audience and then converting the sales. But when you do those first four steps of the formula right, the sales are almost on autopilot, okay? When you have created an audience of buyers that are just lining up and, like Wendy said, raising their hand to buy whatever you decide to sell or recommend to them, that's what you're going to have. You're going to have conversions. Like me, I'm known for helping female network marketers create awesome businesses through a profitable social media presence. And hearing this, it would make sense that my audience would be consistently buying digital courses and coaching packages and affiliate offers, right? But you might be surprised to hear that I also do a lot of sales every single month with my network marketing products, which are health and wellness products and vitamins and collagen and gut health and all that stuff. These things have nothing to do with my niche, but I have built a big enough audience who knows me, who likes me, and who trusts me. So when I show up and share those things on social media, usually in my stories and in my email communications, I always get sales. When you have a solid system like this working for you night and day, you will also recruit new people into your network marketing business for the same reason. Whenever I launch a new product, or a new service, or I decide to do like a live promotion, maybe for an existing product or service, I know I will always have a group of people who are lining up and ready to buy because they've had good experiences with me in the past. They know my products and they know my programs, and they know that I'm going to help them create the results they desire, right? And most importantly, they trust me and they trust my recommendation. A true fan culture happens when you show up consistently for your audience while also consistently offering solutions to their biggest problems and providing them with opportunities to upgrade their investment and their experience with you. Okay.